Oh, hello.
Hello.
Happy Monday, everyone.
Happy Monday.
Yes, indeed. Right,
New week.
new week and penultimate. Well, it's not penultimate week of these, is it? Because it finishes on a Monday, so it's not another week. It's the last full week of vlogs for
Our rambles.
Our rambles. Yes, as we slowly exit one weird world and enter the next new weird world. Then who knows what's going on really? But we decided to stop at 100, didn't we? Because it was a nice number, basically.
It's been a lovely weekend. We went to a pub garden on Friday.
We did. Now we don't really go out anyway. We've talked about that consciously, inshallah. We don't really go out anyway.
But we had an invite.
We did.
We haven't seen our friends for Vicky and Stu for a long time, and we wandered down into a very lovely, open, very well socially distanced, organised country pub. And it was really, really nice. Really
well, I think
nice.
it was even better than that because somehow we blagged the table that had the sun the longest.
The last point of the day.
Yeah, it was the table the furthest away from the pub and no one was on it and there was only empty tables. So we were like, well, that one's pretty obvious then, isn't it? And then as the sun was setting, we were like, we still got the sun. So that was quite cool.
Yeah, but what we wanted to say today, our eldest, Lydia-Rose, said something really funny to us on Friday, which tickled us, and I actually thought it was quite a good thing to talk about in a vlog. And it was the fact that on Friday, Alan and I had our very own lunch date at the table.
I never thought about it like this at all until you said it or she said it.
I cooked a nice
But we were just sitting down for lunch.
But I made a chopped salad with grilled halloumi and some lamb koftas. It was a bit of a Greek affair. And we sat there with a couple of drinks, and we sat at the table. The kids were watching the TV in the room, and we sat at the dining table, and it was quite nice. And then Lydia-Rose came walking in. She's like, "Mummy and Daddy, you're married now. You don't have dates." And I was like, "Of course we can."
Well, no, we don't, but of course we can.
Of course we can. It's like, no, you're married now. You don't have dates. And it kind of made me it tickled me the way she said it, and like, oh my god, are we like that old and fuddy-duddy now? We've been married for not that long, well, 8 years.
8 years, nearly.
And she said it, and I thought, actually, no. Having that time together, even though it was in an environment which was still quite obviously stressful with children running in and out of the room and all that kind of stuff, is really important because we do work together as a husband and wife team, as you know, and if you've been following us well, and we do we?
Do we? That's the one thing they should take from this.
And we wake up together, we have breakfast together, we work together during the daytime, we sort the kids out together, we are under the same roof all the time due to the situation at the moment, and but sometimes we forget actually just to talk to each other in the normal sense of just chatting about rubbish, and that helps our creativity in the fact that we all come up with a spark of an idea, and it will be something. Alan talks about his adventure van ideas. Oh,
I haven't mentioned it in days. You told me off for it.
But I'm saying you talk about your.
Oh yeah.
You get the next.
I'm not allowed to talk about it. You actually told me off for talking about it. Fact.
Got a little bit ridiculous.
No, it didn't. It's no different to you playing Bejazzled or whatever the game is on your phone. We all have our things to switch.
Bejazzled.
What's the game you play all the time?
Homescapes.
Homescapes, right? All the time.
It helps me switch off.
And so does looking at adventure vans. But mine's way more interesting than you playing Bejazzled.
The difference is I play on my phone quietly by myself in the corner. You have to
No,
vocalise.
I look at adventure van stuff on my phone quietly in the corner. And then I share it.
Well, I don't share what I'm.
Mine's about visions and dreams for the family. Yours is like
Mine's about mentally switching off.
wasting your life.
Bit harsh.
Gaming. Mine's about positivity and looking
When
forward.
we get an
Mine's
adventure
about growth
van,
mindset.
do you want these tyres or these tyres? When we get
No,
an
no,
adventure
no.
van,
I don't
do
ask you what
want
tyres. These are the tyres we're having on Adventure Van. The thing is, the children are 100% engaged in Adventure Van because I've sold it to them properly, features and benefits, all that jazz, and so they're like all on board with it. Emily is on board with it.
Of course, I'm on board with
We're
it.
just not in a position to do it right this moment, but that doesn't mean we can't plan for it.
There's 20 grand's worth of stuff.
No, it's not. Not my van. It's not 20 grand.
I'd rather be doing other stuff with that money right this second.
So would I. I'm not spending 20 grand on Adventure Van. Where are you getting these figures from? You don't even listen to me, darling.
You want to convert a minibus with this.
Why is it a minibus? Are you listening? Why is it a minibus and not a panel van?
Because you want to have the rows of seats till you take out, and you get all the lights and the fancy stuff underneath, and you get
Nothing
the
to do with
overhead
the lights
lockers,
and the fancy stuff or the overhead
and you get
lockers.
the sliding doors still.
Well, they all have sliding doors. All vans do. Oh, bless. It's yellow, darling. Is that all right? And yes, so anyway, the important message from today. Well, I'd say interestingly, because people always talk about in business and taking time out together and relationships when kids come along and everything. It's really important to spend time together. And people have said that to us before. Like, make sure you guys have time together. We've always said, well, we spend all day, every day together. One thing we have is time together. So we've never really felt we've needed to then go out on a date. It's not saying there's anything wrong with it, and we're not saying we never did it, but we never needed to do it. It was, it's just something we might have done once in a while. But then every now and then it is quite nice just to spend lunch and discuss you playing Vajazzled and me.
I don't play Vajazzled.
Well, Vajazzling something completely different anyway. And Adventure Van. Should we just stop there? Because this is a ramble, isn't it? Let's get ready to... That was Chris Moles off of the 90s. Let's get ready to ramble. And they used to talk for 5-10 minutes.
So it was nice to have some creative time together over the dinner table, even though our 6-year-old was like, why are you doing that? You're married. You can still have time together once you're married.
Yes, and she's got a lot to learn. She has. She's only 6. There's a whole world of it. We're all still learning. She's got a lot to learn.
Have a lovely day.
Bye now.
Bye.